Alright, hey and welcome to another Love and Deepspace tarot reading. Today we're taking a look at your first date with Xavier, and I invite you to pick pile number 1, pile number 2 or pile number 3. And I will see you in the timestamp. Okay, bye. Hi pile 1 and welcome to your first date with Xavier. I went ahead and shuffled the cards and let them out, just to make the process a bit easier or quicker. The setting for this date, you got Judgment. I'm not gonna look so much at the title. When I see this card, I get an image in my head where you're at a restaurant and you're sitting outside. And I think there's a mini scene and there is a live musician or somebody who is playing to set the mood. Xavier's mindset is the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles together with the goldfish. I'm not entirely sure what the goldfish is doing here. An increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So maybe you're talking about spiritual things. I don't know if you're interested in that. Maybe you're talking about the moon, because you also have the moon here. And the Ten of Wands is about feeling weighed down, feeling like the whole world is on your shoulders. And I read this as, I think Xavier's been very nervous about this date. I think he's been like wondering how it's going to go. But he also has the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is nurturing and very grounded. I think he might be nervous at the beginning of the date, and as the date progresses and you know, talk and listen to music, I think he's finding himself. The Queen of Pentacles is also about abundance and fertility, I think, because there's a lot of growth around her. And there's kittens. So I'm thinking that his mindset is worried at the beginning and then he's grounded. And I think he's ready to invest in you, because the Queen of Pentacles, everything that she touches multiplies or grows. Your dynamic is the Chariot. I pulled this first and then I wanted another card, and then the King of Wands and Nine of Cups fell out. So I took all three. The Chariot is about forward movement and sometimes about making a choice. Should we go left or should we go right? I read this as being not uncertain in the date itself, but are we right for each other? But you are, because you got the Nine of Cups. I think there's a fear about moving too fast, moving too quickly. And I think there might be things in your life and in his life that kind of prevents this from moving fast. And I think, I don't know if this is answering the dynamic question, but it's like one of you has a lot of passion and wants to do things. One of you is very driven, while the other person is more chill. And I'm almost seeing this as Xavier, because he's not lazy, but he's lazy. He enjoys reading, he enjoys calm activities, except for when he's cooking. That's quite chaotic. I think you're the one who drives this relationship forward. I think you know what you want, and you're trying to get him to be this little cat here and go on the journey with you. Because if this is you, then you would like Xavier to follow you on this, in this relationship. And I think because here here you're like showing him, see, we can have the world together. If this is Xavier and this is you, we can have the world together if you just join me on this journey. And he's like, yeah, I would love to, but he doesn't really want to put in the work. Like, he's emotionally invested, but he can be slow to act or slow to move. So you're like fire and water, so you're different. You want the same thing, but you approach it in a very different manners. So yeah, that's your dynamic. So the setting is a restaurant where they play live music, and he was worried in the beginning, but because that's his mindset, worried in the beginning, but he is invested, which is confirmed here in your dynamic. What surprises you is the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Oh, I can't get him up. Even if he's soft-spoken, there's an edge sometimes. And I think it surprises you that somebody so soft can be so hard. You can take that however you want. I'm actually, now that I'm saying it, I'm thinking about his cards, because he, for the most part, Xavier is very like soft bunny, let's cuddle on the couch type of, person. But when he's turned on, he switches and he becomes more dominant. I feel like I'm digging my own grave here. You got moon, changes in your life, and ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And I mean, if this is your first date, I don't think he's going to propose to you, because that's a bit too soon. But maybe somebody else is getting married at the restaurant that you're at. I don't know, maybe. Or being proposed to. How the date ends, you got the World and 6 of Cups. And this is basically, I mean, the World, you couldn't have gotten a better card, actually. This is happiness, this is fulfillment, this is like reaching the end goal. It's the end of the journey. And 6 of Cups is about friendship. This is also happiness. So the date ends well, and I think that you're inviting him back home to your place. Or he's inviting you to his place. I don't know which, it doesn't matter. Maybe that's where you find out his dominant side, and he's like, hey, do you want to see my cock ring? No, I did not say that. Yeah, so... But I mean, 6 of Cups can also be children, so maybe you're going back home and you're creating children, because again, Queen of Pentacles is about doubling things. Yeah. And then the green card, you got happiness. So yeah, I think it's a positive date. I still don't understand why the goldfish is here. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Should I grab some sweet love tea cards? I might as well. What else can you tell me? Find romance, caught up in a whirlwind of emotions and promises, mystery and attraction. True acceptance. Find strength in unique views and grow together. Rare enhance thrive. Ephemeral. Having a brief affair or a rocky relationship. Short term having fun. I don't see that as necessarily being a bad thing because you're having fun. Let's get one more. One more for your first date with Xavier. Bada bing, bada boom. Harmony. Being in tune with each other and getting along. Empowered love. Harness your strength and love with confidence. So that's your first date with Xavier. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe I'll see you again. Bye bye. Alright, hi pal number 2 and welcome to your first date with Xavier. I went ahead and laid out the cards for you. You got a lot of tea leaves for some reason and I don't understand. But yeah. The setting for this date is you got the 6 of Cups with a flower stand. So sort of like a carnival or fun fair, I guess. I think that's where he's taking you. And I think there's a lot of flowers at this place, mainly because there's flowers on this card. But you also got tulip and you got rose and you got flowers with happiness and romance is in the air and great passion. So maybe it's like Valentine's Day themed, but you got August and October, so maybe not. So I think he's taking you to a fun fair or to a carnival or whatever, and that's where you're having your first date. Maybe he wins you lots of flowers because you have it there and there. And his mindset is the Justice card and the 7 of Cups. And I didn't understand this at first, but I actually do now. If we build this on, or if we base this on the funfair theme. Because he got Camel with Preserve and you will overcome problems. So if he's trying to win you a bunch of flowers, he needs to be calm-minded, I guess. And Justice together with the... Oh my god, I'm making such a mess here. Oh. Justice with the 7 of Cups. If it is a fun fair, there's a lot of different attractions where he can try to win you these flowers. Maybe you love flowers, I don't know. I think he might be a bit cynical about these sort of things because they're basically just asking for money or you end up paying like overprice for the products. And I think he doesn't really see it as paying for the experience. But I think that's his mindset. Like he's trying to either justify the different options at this fair or trying to keep things balanced, but at the same time he's not afraid to be stern or to, I don't know, or maybe he's just trying to play cool because you're like, oh my god, Xavier, look at this, oh I want that one, and he's like trying to stay calm and collected so that he can win you whatever you want. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. Your dynamic is the King of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Always compose yourself before giving a response, and okay, but sometimes it really is all about rainbows and smiles. Both of these are emotional cards, and I think that your dynamic, I think you two are quite alike. You might be more playful than he is, because these two cards are quite different. This person is like alone in her kitchen making herself coffee or tea, and these two are with a child at the beach, and the beach is usually noisy and with lots of movement, so you're quite different, but both are water cards, so the same. So I think he's more he's calmer than you are. He might be more introvert than you are. But I think you two complement each other because he has the seagull here. So maybe that's you. Maybe you talk a lot. Or maybe maybe you laugh like a seagull. No, I'm kidding. But I do see this as being more childlike and being more... I'm not saying that you're a child, but like energetically more... Maybe that's just it, being more energetic than he is. But you go well together. You fit each other. I also like that she has a sweater. Because that's basically Xavier. She's just missing bunny ears and a plushie. What surprises you is the Queen of Cups. And you also got bread. And I laughed because bread is... I haven't really understood this. Does he hate bread or does he like bread? I usually don't pull for Xavier. I have an alt where I pull for Xavier and Zane. So I'm not really... I never read fan fictions about them because I'm too busy drooling over Silas. But what surprises you is the Queen of Cups. Does she have scars on her arm? Yeah, she does. She even has one up there. I've never seen that before. Honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. What surprises you? Maybe what surprises you is that he manages to stay calm, even in chaotic... I mean, her hair is blowing in the wind. So I guess the answer is blowing in the wind. Maybe what surprises you is that even when things get tough, because if he's struggling with these things, he's not losing his composure. Like, he remains calm. But it's not like he's ignoring his emotions, he just knows how to handle them. And I think you might find that to be quite, not honorable, but admirable. Is that the word? Admirable? I think you're admiring how calm and composed he can be. And then how the date ends, you got the Empress and the Six of Pentacles. So I see this as the date ends well. I'm not sure if it means that you're going to separate homes or if he's coming home with you. But she's finding coins, and that's precious to her. And she's holding her baby, who's precious to her. And she's surrounded by flowers. What is it with you and flowers? I don't get it. How the date ends. The date ends with you two going home. And I think you both are like chilling on the couch, maybe talking some more. And building things from there. I have a green card that I haven't looked at, and you got success. Yeah, so the date is a success. Can you even see that card? So date in August or October at a fun fair where he wins lots of prizes to you. You're quite different energetically, but also the same. and his composure surprises you, and then you end up going home. I actually read this as finishing up the date in a calmer setting, because if this feels busy, and this feels busy, and this feels busy, like energetically, and this is calm. So I think that's what I have for you. Thank you for watching, and maybe I'll see you again. Bye. Hey pal number 3, and welcome to your first date with Xavier. I pulled the needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted, as well as the Ace of Pentacles for the setting of this date. And I think these two are making cookies. I think I want another card because I don't get it. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is home. Are you having a home date? Maybe you're being at home. I'm actually thinking like this. A sincere wish will be granted. I think this first date with Xavier is taking place at your home or his home. And I think you are going to teach him how to cook. Because the 4 of Wands is about home life. It's also a card about marriage, but I doubt you're getting married on the first date. And this is an adult and this is a child, and the adult is holding the cake, cookie or whatever it is. So I think your first date is taking place at his home or your home, and you are planning to cook together, or you're baking something together. And I think he either has asked you to help him or to teach him. I don't know if you're good in the kitchen, but apparently he thinks so. So yeah, I think that's where your first date is taking place. And that doesn't have to be boring. I would actually prefer that myself. Then for his mindset, you got the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. I'm actually gonna read in the book because I want to know what it says. The 10 of Pentacles is also about home life. The 10 of Pentacles is a celebratory card where the community is driven to collective wealth and enrichment. Support is reciprocal and the resources are abundant and the bounty is shared. The harmonious magic of the group becomes a rock upon which to build your own family and financial security. So his mindset is about putting in the work, because Xavier burns everything. So I think he's very focused in this task, in listening to your directions and to meet you halfway, I suppose. Because he really wants this to work, because he wants to start a family with you or build things upon this foundation. And then you have the dynamic, and you got the 3 of Cups and you got 2 3s. I didn't realize that before. The 3 of Cups is about having fun. It's about community. It's about being around other people. And 3 of Pentacles is about working together, teamwork. I actually didn't realize that. That's so strange. I love how the cards are all corresponding to each other. So your dynamic, you're both working toward the same goals, and you're having fun while you're doing it. Not doing it, but while you're cooking. I mean, you probably have fun while you're doing it too, but that's not what we're looking at right now. Not that I want to see it. I'm just gonna shut up. Oh my god. So your dynamic is about having fun and cooperating and working together. It's like, you know, when two people are on the same page, that's you and Xavier. You're like meeting each other halfway all the time. I like this reading. I was so confused at first, but I like that I pulled this card because it kind of tied it all together. What surprises you is the moon. The moon is hidden things. And the child is snuggling up to the, I'm gonna assume that this is the mother. She's like cuddling her stomach. Maybe what surprises you is that while you're having this date together, your like maternal instincts, your biological clock starts ticking. Or it can also be so simple as to be, what surprises you is that you talk about secrets, or secrets come to life. No, not come to life. Secrets come to the light was what I meant. Maybe he's opening up in ways that you weren't expecting. I don't see that as a bad thing at all, because that's trust. So I think that's that's pretty cool. And then how the date ends, you have the King of Swords and the Page of Cups. The date ends late, or maybe the date doesn't end at all. Maybe Xavier stays and he grows a beard and you create children. The date ends with taking this relationship that you have to the next level, because this is a child at the end of the day. Maybe it just means that you're planning a second date. I don't think he goes home this day. I think he stays over the night. Stays through the night. Stays the night. Whatever. And then the green. Yeah. Then I definitely do think that this is a child. And yeah. So now you know what happens in November. I'm gonna pull some of these too. Just to see. Making magic. Everything seems perfect and it's not an illusion. Is that the only thing we're getting? I mean, the whole reading has been positive, so... Sweet... What the fuck? Sweet home. Making a good home life or settling down. I can't even make this up. Anything else? Can you give me thank you? And another one. That's probably a bad card since it's upside down. Oh shit. Enchanted Whisper. Listen to your heart and take a chance on love. And then we have Adventures. Having new experiences and making new friends. Travel, change plans. And at the bottom you have Free Flight. Give one another space to grow individuality. Oh my god! Individually. Release, breathe, clear. Alright, that's what I have for you. Thank you for watching, and maybe I will see you in another video. Bye.